At some point when he was talking to Rod about it, he had pulled the handgun out and he showed Rod the holster.
The closest thing to an eyewitness in the shooting of a sheriff's deputy, Rod Lucas, takes the stand, and forensic evidence casts doubt on the version of events presented by the defense. The preliminary hearing for Fresno County Sheriff's Detective Jared Mullis ended its second day, with experts finding no evidence the gun went off in the victim's hands.
Action News reporter Jean HAAGENSON was in the court today and joins us live in the newsroom with the day's developments in the case. Jean?
Well, Liz and Warren, none of the testimony today indicated the shooting was anything but a tragic mishap, but the detectives' alleged accounts of the shooting appear to conflict with what's been presented by the prosecution so far. Sergeant Rod Lucas was shot to death in a sheriff's department office near the Fresno Airport on October 31st of last year. One of those in the office who saw everything but the actual gunshot took the stand. Retired Deputy John Tilley, who worked as part-time help, testified he watched as Detective Jared Mullis pulled his gun out to show Deputy Rod Lucas his holster.
And as he's talking to Rod, he pivoted the holster so that it's lined up with the gun, and he started to slide the gun back into the holster. At that point, I believe I looked away.
And Tilley testified once he turned to send his wife a text message, he heard a loud sound and looked back and saw Mullis holding the gun and Lucas on the floor. That's also what he told district attorney investigators in a video reenactment. But on the stand during this preliminary hearing, he acknowledged that he later expressed some confusion about what he saw.
I'm not sure that what I've said or what's happened accurately portrays what I remember. Here again, I'm having problems remembering exactly what I saw.
Detective Mullis has told investigators two versions of what happened. Detective Jose Diaz testified another deputy told him Mullis initially said the gun dropped as he was handing it to Lucas and it went off. Later, it's alleged Mullis claimed the gun went off in Lucas's hands. Department of Justice criminalist Mike Appel testified that based on the gunpowder and other residue on Lucas's shirt, the shot that killed him came from between 2 and 3 feet away. He also testified he was unable to make the gun accidentally discharge even when he threw it on the ground or hit it with a hammer. Mindy Crow, a criminalist with the Department of Justice, says she found Mullis's DNA on his gun and holster, but found no DNA from Lucas, which could indicate he never touched the weapon. The preliminary hearing, which will decide if there's enough evidence to put Mullis on trial for involuntary manslaughter and possible prison time, continues tomorrow. In the newsroom, Jean HAAGENSON, ABC 30 Action News.